There are a lot of ways to reach an orgasm, and some of them don't actually involve using your hands. Yes, hands-free orgasms are a real thing, and if you've never tried it, you might want to give it a go tonight. My name is Helena Nista, and I make videos that help you have the best sex of your life. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to have a hands-free orgasm. So this might be a completely new concept to you, or something that you've played with before. To me, hands-free orgasms have a different, special sort of quality to them. Most people are so used to involving their hands in pretty much every single masturbation experience. And so going outside of that script can be a serious mindfuck for our brains and for our systems. But when it comes to our sexuality and our orgasms, going outside of the box of what's normal and standard is actually a very healthy thing. So first of all, what are we talking about here exactly? A hands-free orgasm is any orgasmic experience that was reached without using your hands to get there. So if you always reach down between your legs to stimulate yourself with your fingers or with a toy, you won't be doing that here. Your hands will remain free to venture elsewhere, or to do with them whatever you want. Hands-free orgasms are an awesome option to explore on your own, whether you're a man or a woman. And in a moment, I'll be giving you a variety of ideas to play and experiment with. Some might require a bit of preparation, others are very simple to organize. But if you'd rather explore these ideas with a partner, you can absolutely do that too. Or maybe you'll play with some of them on your own first, and then you'll take the best ones to your partner. It's all up to you. If you do decide to give hands-free orgasm a go, there are a few benefits to gain from it. First of all, it can make your solo sex sessions more interesting. If you always do the same thing in the same way, shaking things up a little can be a very positive experience. Secondly, it can expand the pleasure potential of your body. Anytime we experience pleasure in a new, different way, our nervous system adjusts and learns from it. So you can literally keep wiring your body for more and more pleasure by experimenting and trying new things. And thirdly, hands-free orgasms often involve other parts of your body, parts that you might not be used to using when you masturbate. And doing that will create a much more expansive, full-bodied orgasm at the end. If you only rub your genitals, the orgasms tend to be localized and restricted to your genital area. But when you activate and involve your entire system, your pleasure can really flow and expand. Okay, so let's get practical. How to actually give yourself a hands-free orgasm? Well, you're going to have to experiment first, and trying different ideas that I'm about to give you is a great starting point. See what works and what doesn't. We're all really different after all. And if a particular idea sounds most intriguing to you, that might be something worth starting with. Please also note that if you're struggling to quite get there with a particular technique, it is okay to arouse yourself using your hands first and then to progress to the hands-free part. Okay, so here's a list of my favorite hands-free orgasm techniques. Humping and grinding, a pillow, a blanket, a stuffed toy, or anything else that you desire. This one, on top of being a very effective orgasm-inducing technique for many people, is also a great full body workout. Water play, typically using a manual shower head or a faucet when you're taking a bath. It's more gentle than direct contact with any object, but can lead to truly exquisite orgasms. Using sex toys, but not in the way that most people think. One way to do it is to attach a sex toy to a bed or another surface so that you can ride it, thrust into it, or rub yourself against it. For a guy, this can be a masturbation sleeve type of a toy, and for a woman, it's typically a vibrator or a dildo. But be creative and play with anything else that you have in your naughty drawer. Another way to play with a sex toy is to attach it to your genital area. There are wearable vibrators that can go in your underwear, or a vibrating cock ring for a guy. If they come with a remote control, that's an extra option to play with when you're not alone. Performing kegels and clenching your pelvic floor muscle can also lead to orgasms, and it's much more discreet if you're in a public place. Using your imagination is one of the personal favorites of mine. When I immerse myself completely in a yummy fantasy, my body can respond really powerfully, even without any touch. And there are also guided audios online that can help you by taking you through a fun and hot scenario. And finally, orgasmic breathing. Deep abdominal breaths combined with an embodied awareness of your body have the power to take you all the way to particularly intense orgasms. This is because intentional breaths can channel your erotic energy throughout your entire body. And that is an awesome way to expand and intensify your orgasmic ability. And I teach all of these techniques and much more in my online course, Masturbation Coaching. So if you're really interested in having hands-free orgasms and in having much stronger, more intense, more mind-blowing orgasms, make sure to check it out. You'll find the link in the description bar below. And please also remember to be patient with yourself. If any of these techniques don't lead immediately to the kind of results that you were expecting, keep trying. Trying anything new can be tricky or challenging, so be kind to yourself. This is potentially a completely new world to you. So go slow and experiment. That's all from me for today. And thank you so much for staying with me till the end. If you like this video, please leave me a like and a comment below. Which technique are you most excited about? Please also don't forget to check out my online course, Masturbation Coaching. I'd love to see you there and guide you through some ecstatic practices. Oh, and make sure to check out my vlogging channel if you haven't already. It introduces you to me on a much more up-close and personal level. I've also included the link below. And now have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time.